suppose one ought to enjoy oneself when one leads both parties in Parliament as I do. But I'm miserable. Poor broken-hearted fool that I am. Oh, Phyllis!
Yes.
Oh, Phyllis. I suppose I should say, my lady, I have not yet been informed which title your ladyship has choose to select.
I haven't decided. You see, I have no mother to advise me.
No, I have.
Yes, a very young mother.
Not very, a couple of centuries or so.
Oh, she wears well.
She does. She's a fairy.
I beg your pardon, no what?
Oh, there's no need to conceal the fact anymore. She's a fairy.
Fairy? I guess that would account for a good many things. Then I suppose you're a fairy?
I'm half a fairy.
Which half?
The upper half down to the waistcoat.
Dear me. There's nothing to show of it.
Don't do that.
Well, why didn't you inform me sooner?
Well, I thought you would take a dislike to me. You see. But as it's all off, I suppose there's no... I guess you might as well know. I'm only half immortal.
I'd rather have half immortal I do love than half a dozen I don't.
I think not. How about your half dozen?
There are only two and I hate them.
Don't think I ought to. I mean, all sorts of problems would arise. My grandmother looks quite as young as my mother, and so do all my aunts.
I quite understand. Whenever I see you kissing a young lady, I shall know it's an elderly relative.
You will? Well then, Phyllis, I think we shall be very happy.
You told your mother, does she know of our engagement?
She does, and thus she welcomes her daughter-in-law.
She kisses just like anyone else. But the Lord Chancellor.
Oh, I forgot about him. Mother, no one can resist your fairy eloquence. Will you go to him and plead for us?
You know not what you ask. The Lord Chancellor is my husband.
Your husband?
Your husband?
Oh, no.
My husband and your father.
Oh, no.
Then our course is very plain. Upon learning that Strephon is his son, all objections to our marriage will be off.
He must not know. See, he believes that I died childless, and dearly as I love him, I'm bound under penalty of death not to undeceive him. But see, he comes. Quick, my veil.
Victory, victory! Shall cast my upon my effort, that I may consider myself engaged to Phyllis.
Hold it.
Behold, it may not be. I am thy wife.
Oh, Iolanthe, thou livest?
I live. Now let me die.
Once again, thy vows are broken. Death thy doom. Thy doom has spoken. Bow thy head to destiny. Death thy doom, and thou shalt die. Hold! If Iolanthe must die, so must we all, for she has sinned, so have we. What? You! Pierce! Oh, yes.
They are all fairy duchesses, baronesses, viscountesses, countesses, you name it.
It's not their fault. They couldn't help themselves.
It seems they have helped themselves, and pretty freely too. You have all incurred debt. marry a mortal, must die. And there you are, out of your difficulty at once. We like your humor. Very well then. Private Willis! Ma'am, to save my life, it is necessary that I marry at once. How would you like to become a fairy guardsman? I don't think much of a British soldier who would ill-convenience himself to save a female in distress.
You are a brave fellow. And you are a fairy from this moment on.
So much for audiencing us. Is it way more fun with an audience?